7.
Bear with me, guys. We're getting there. What the hell? Why do I keep... Nope. Let's try again. Weird. Hold on. Won't let me. Nope, won't let me do it. Nope. Okay, hold on, guys. I'm going to try this one more time. Log out completely. Log in again. See if I can actually get into the studio. Let's find out. Nope, I'm still there. Oh my goodness. Yeah, still there. All right. I'm just going to call myself, so. Gonna put me on speaker and pray for the best.
3 minutes until showtime.
Oy. Well, hello. Nah, it's just blog talk issues, girl. Just blog talk issues. So
2 minutes until showtime.
please tell me you heard blog talk. Did you just hear 2 minutes to showtime? Because if not, we'll have to turn this sucker up. Oh my God. That's all right. I'll be able to direct connect again in a while. So hopefully you guys can hear what the heck's going on. So sure did. Awesome. All right. Because the direct connect, I got booted again. So what I do is I put my microphone down next to my phone and I've got a pretty much big mouth. So yay, whatever works. Okay. I heard it coming from your area there. You're funny. You're funny, Cheryl. Don't worry. I'm going to start this in a couple of minutes. We're doing the next two chakras. Next two
1
chakras.
minute until
So
showtime.
we got 1 minute. And you know what? We just wing it. That's what we do. We wing it. We go with the flow. I can see what's happening here. So, and I can hear it coming off. And as long as you guys can hear it, I wing it. Don't worry about it. Yeah, that's what you do. Take your cell phone, okay? Put it right next to your speaker, which I have a Yeti, and the sound carries there, and I got a big enough mouth that the sound will carry over that way. Oh, oh, you're home. Awesome. Good, good, good. Just a couple more minutes, okay? Oh, my goodness. A few seconds. This is too funny today. It is what it is. Ooh.
Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4,
Oh.
3,
Lights.
2, 1. Blog Talk Radio. It has begun. It's showtime, folks! Welcome to the Lit Radio Podcast Network, right here on Blog Talk Radio. With shows 6 days a week. Saturdays set aside for special events and recreation. Join us as we produce the best on the net today. Be a part of the recreation. Network intro by Robert Smith. Find Robert's music today on Facebook and YouTube. And now your featured show. The Lit Radio Network presents a podcast designed to awaken unknown emotions. Hosted by Reverend Wanda, the Mighty Celtic. She will touch base on a variety of topics, from E.T., divination, paganism, Viking, history, Celtic, magic, self-help, chakras, energy, and so much more. Join her every Thursday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and allow yourself to awaken with A.T.U. Yep, if coffee don't work, come to me. I'll help wake you up. There's always something happening. No worries. No worries, guys. No worries. So welcome everybody. How you doing? I'm Susan, or Reverend Susan, or Dr. Reverend, or
high priestess, or just, whatever. You can call me whatever you want. Just never tell me that I'm out of coffee, because, that's not a good thing. So I don't know. I'm in a silly mood. What the heck? You go with the flow, you live and learn. But before we start the chakras today, I found out some really cool information. So those of you that have been with me for a while, and those of you that are new, when I was doing my ancestry research, I found out that I was actually from two of the Icelander Viking tribes, which is really cool. So I started doing some really intense research with Odin and Vikings and things like that. And come to find out, I found this out while I was outside in the car waiting for my aunt to come from visiting her sister at the hospital a couple of days ago. And I'm sitting here and I'm listening to this. And I'm saying, wow, that's why. For the longest time, I have told you guys that a future is not written in stone. It's written in jello. I have said that for the longest time. And I don't know why. It's just what I've always felt. Well, come to find out, in Viking lore, when we're talking about Odin and the pagan side of it, what happens is somebody says unmuted. I have no idea. I keep muting myself. But what happens is we have this belief system that there are actually 3 fates under the tree of life, right? Okay, but whatever strand you pull changes your fate. So it changes your fate. So as I've been saying, I was like, oh my God, that's why. That is so cool. Come to find out that this is something I've always believed in, and evidently it's been programmed in my DNA. I think it's so freaking cool. I'll tell you that much. So come to find out, that's what they believe. They believe the same thing I do. It's every step you take from this moment right here in time forward, you can take control of your own fate. You can take control of your own future. And I thought that was so cool. So cool. I was very excited about that. So last week, what we talked about was root chakras. And root chakra is all about your energy, getting your energy center going. I gave you a lot of information and I found my DNA repair. So I found a lot of information about what's going on. Now, this week, I'm trying to get through 2 chakras because I know that my peeps love their readings. So, and I will try to get back to that as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you guys some information. We're going to start right off. We're going to go into the sacral chakra. Okay. In between the sacral chakra and the solar plexus, we're going to play a couple of sound bowls already pre-recorded. I pre-recorded all the bowls. As soon as I can figure out how to get them on Blog Talk, because right now they're MP4s. They're not EVPs. So, but as soon as I can get them off the MP4 and onto something that I can upload, I'll upload those to Blog Talk. So this is going to be an awesome night. So you guys really want this, because now we're talking a lot about your creativity is what we're talking about, okay? So, and I'm going to be bouncing back and forth between reading and looking at you guys. So don't worry. I follow along. Trust me. This is very exciting. And I can't wait to do readings again. That was so much fun last night. So much fun. Okay, so what we're actually talking about right now is your sacral chakra. Now, the color on this one is orange. Orange is the color on this one. Okay, the note on this is D. Your element is water. Okay, your element with this particular one is water. Now, the seed sound is VAM. And again, the A sounds in the middle of your seed sounds are longer. So now we have Lam, which is your root chakra. That's your root chakra. And now we have Vam. Now, Vam, again, I kind of imagine this upside down because I can't figure out how to, get it. All right. Okay. So that's the one for that. Okay. And the seed sound for this particular one, your sacral chakra, we're talking about the color orange with this one. So orange. Isn't so many crystals, herbs, and things that you can use for this? But what is a sacral chakra? What is she talking about? This lady's nuts. I only watch her for the shits and giggles, but that's fine. You can do that too. Okay. So what we're talking about is the note D and the color orange. The color orange we're talking about is the spin, the vortex spin that's within your body. I'm not talking about the lower third yet. I'm not even getting into the higher heart. There is like 200 main chakras in your, there's 200 chakras, there's 7 main chakras. And then we'll be adding slowly, okay? But you guys, now that you do have the auras, now you have the chakras that we need to work on, okay? So the most common location for the sacral chakra is about 3 inches below your navel, which we call belly buttons. So 3 inches, literally just put 3 fingers together, put them right below your belly button, and that's where the location of your sacral chakra is. It's the easiest way to actually find it. Now it's actually in the center, and again, most of the time it's located close to the back or inside your body. Okay, so, and if you're looking at it the backside, it's in your lumbar region. Your lumbar region, your lumbar region is the particular area. Oh, that must be Howie. Yeah, I don't know why every night on my night I get booted, but you know what? Nobody's gonna beat me because I got a phone. So let's get into what's going on. Now, the sacral chakra is actually the second chakra because the root chakra was number 1. I did do the root chakra. You can go back over to any of the Rift Radio podcasts. You can find anywhere you can listen to the Rift Radio. You'll be able to find it. Just look for the Rift Radio. The Rift Radio Network presents A.T.U, and you'll find last week on Thursday, I did do the root chakras in case you need to brush up on that. Now, we're talking about actually the function, the main function of your sacral chakra. Guess what? It's the principle of pleasure. That is the main function of this particular chakra. Awesome, right? Okay. So when your sacral chakra, when your sacral chakra, when your sacral chakra is actually balanced, okay, you're going to have really good relationships with you and people and the world. And everything is going to be centered around nurturing, pleasure, and harmonious exchanges. Everything is really balanced, okay, which is awesome, okay? But, oh my God, what happens if it's imbalanced? Hi, Howie! Let's have a blast, guys. Let's have a blast. I had so much fun doing readings last night. It was so much fun. Okay, so what happens when you are imbalanced? How can you tell if that's imbalance? I'll show you some of the other ways. Once we get through both chakras, I'll repeat again how you can tell your chakras are actually off balance. And sometimes you can tell by moods. Now, you'll have issues with dependency, codependency with other people and or substances that grant you easy access to pleasure. Now, I talked about this last week. Certain chakras, when they're off balance, can actually bring addiction. Smoking, coffee, alcohol, prescription drugs. These things can, because you need that instant, what they call pleasure principle. And when you don't have that balance, that's something that you're going to automatically go for. But we're not just talking, people doing drugs, people doing alcohol. There's many different forms of addiction. There's shopping addictions too. So I have a crystal addiction and I don't know what to do. Okay. So now being ruled by your emotions, okay? And it's not just a women thing. Okay, guys can be ruled by their emotions too. I know I had teenagers. Okay, boys, teenagers, that'll do it. Now, or the opposite. And again, this does happen, especially if we're getting something that's really blocked. You can actually feel numb, out of touch with yourself and how you feel. Also out of touch with a little bit of reality is something that'll happen. Or the opposite, you can actually have an overindulgence in fantasies or sexual obsessions, or actually just the opposite, a lack of sexual satisfaction and desire in any way, shape, or form. Yes, sex is a thing. It's how people was born. So now feeling stuck in a particular feeling or mood. We're stuck. We can't seem to get ourselves out of this. We don't know why we're there. What's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? You need to fix your sacral chakra. Okay. So, and then we have, of course, some symptoms when your sacral chakra is blocked. Oh my God. If it blocked, it can make you feel like you've lost control of your life. You have totally lost control of your life in any way, shape, or form. You're unable to retake hold of the reins. So literally, like a water person, you feel like the stream is going too far and you just lost control of the boat and you're going along for the ride. So yes, it is what it is. Do you feel water signs are more emotional or deep thinkers or feelers than other signs? Um, that's really difficult question to answer because if you follow your date of birth and you're looking up your sign, it's not actually one of your true signs. Um, with me, you have to know what your rising sign is. And again, I don't deal with astrology. I just know what I have learned over the years. So it's a really difficult thing. If you are centered in water, water is free flowing. Then again, if you're a fire element, yes, fire can burn like at a moment's notice. So it really just depends on all the other aspects. My strongest suggestion for anybody is definitely have an astrology chart done with the time you were born, the place you were born, and the date that you were actually born. You need all of those elements in there, and having one of those is something that is awesome. I don't know enough about astrology to actually put any of this together. So, but we do have somebody on the Riff Radio that we have a couple people on the Riff that can actually sort these out for you. So definitely contact the Riff Radio. They can help you out a little bit more than I can. As far as that, I just do know that some elements do have that particular issue. Now, your sacral chakra energy is actually directly related to and is actually nurtured by the root chakra. That's why I said go back. If you have not done that root chakra, you need to do it. Because if you're not getting the nourishment, it's just going to slowly block, unbalance, and totally cut off. Okay, that's what's going to happen with you right now. Now consider the feminine in equality. Now, the sacral chakra energy is what gives you the ability to be open with nature, with yourself, and with others. Okay, as it governs your ability to relate to other people in the world around you. The sacral chakra also helps you keep emotions and the ability to cope with life on an even keel. Now, it doesn't matter, like, okay, water sign over here. It really doesn't matter. Aries, isn't that a fire sign? Aries is a fire sign. Cancer, Libra, Aries. Okay. I thought Aries was a fire sign. Who knows? Anyways, so, and that's what it is. You're not on even keel. Okay. So that's something that's going to happen. Now, God, I got to dust my fan. Okay. So when your sacral energy is blocked, you actually become unemotional. Now, if it's blocked, you're unemotional. So what happens if it's overactive? You're over emotional. Okay. Um, insecurities and the inability to be able to cope with life changes. These are things that's going to affect you. Tango, Dankeschön, Danara. Okay, you're actually feeling detached and rigid in your routine to the point where you're unable to ride life's little bumps up and down. You're unable to do it. Like what just happened before the show started. Some people would just get so flustered and just go, "Oh my God, I can't do this. That's it." Okay, but if you're in balance, you just say, it's okay. We go with the flow. We'll figure it out. Okay, one way or another, I'll figure it out. And that's even balance, and that's what you actually want. Now, you can also, yes, thank you. Thank you. It also gives you like a lack of self-esteem, self-worth, stemming from your sacral chakra imbalances can also contribute to finding oneself unhealthy and sometimes in an abusive relationship or being the abuser because your emotions are off keel, because this is the pleasure principle. And if our pleasure yeah, you got that right. So if we're not balanced, that's actually what's going to happen. Now there's also other symptoms that we're actually talking about as well. You're feeling like detached, rigid. Okay, we don't want to do that. It's rigid. Oh my God, what are you doing? Oh my God, what are you doing? No. I have no idea what got into me today. I swear to God, it's only Dunkin' coffee. Okay. So I don't know. So if you're having issues with blockages, you're gonna feel it. Definitely gonna feel it a lot more. Okay. Let's see. Physically speaking, when your sacral chakra is actually blocked, you may experience a range of symptoms that generally confine to the lower abdomen and the back area. And again, that also deals with your reproductive and your digestive organs. Okay. Now, among some of the common physical symptoms, we're dealing with constipation, back pain, urinary and kidney infections, gynecological cysts, abnormal menstruations, infertility, and impotency. This affects everybody, male and female. It doesn't hold no punches. It's just going to say, I don't care. You're not working. I'm going to do this to you. Now, your sacral chakra imbalances frequently will manifest as emotion and psychological difficulties. Yes, psychological. Okay, so now we have depression, low self-esteem, insecurity, detachment, jealousy, and fear all come from having this particular chakra not on the balance it is. Water, air, fire. I got a little bit of everything. You too? You too? I think I got them all in mine. So, and that's what it is. That's what it is. Us riff people, we got all the elements with us here. All right. So now, and again, if you're dealing with overactive, what happens if you're feeling emotionless? Yes, you're going to be over emotional. This is what we're talking about: extensive mood swings, overly dependent on other people. Now, your sacral chakra is actually overwhelmed with energy. You're going to feel your emotions more deeply than you normally would feel them. Okay. Also, overactive can cause some physical issues. You can have urinary issues, kidney issues, lower back pain. Those are things that can actually happen either way. So this is why we want to keep that. Now, when your sacral chakra is actually overwhelmed, you can have anxiety, mania, aggression, and arrogance. All of these actually stem from this particular chakra being overactive. Yes, I feel like a robot going really, really, really fast. Huh? I know. Okay, we're going really fast today. So, what we're going to actually get into here, I need to get into a couple of things in the back. So, let's get into a little bit more information on the sacral. Okay, 7 chakras. Sacral chakra. Okay. So, and again, when we're dealing with the sacral chakra, we're dealing with it actually represents our connection and the ability to accept others and new experiences. It also deals with our ability to be social and intimacy issues. It represents desire, pleasure, sexuality, procreation, creativity, okay, flexibility, and fun. Okay, now, and again, I told you it's about 3 inches below is where it's actually located. Now, emotional issues that we can have, of course, a sense of abundance, well-being, pleasure, and sexuality. These are all things that are affected like this. Now, let's get into a little bit of what happens if things are overactive. We're going to give you a little bit more detail there. Now, and again, we're dealing with the sacral chakra is what we're dealing with. Over emotional, creating drama over people and or events, unhealthy emotional attachments, addictions to sex, drugs, or alcohol. And again, you can add many things there as well. Mood swings, excessive sensuality, excessive sensitivity. Okay, with emotional codependency or obsessional attachments, ruled by your emotions and overindulgence in fantasies and or sexual obsessions, feelings or moods, of course, particularly your feelings and moods, you're feeling stuck, suffering and blaming, fear or guilt, the victim attitude, also, and constant frustrations of things that actually going to happen. My dog looks really happy, and I wonder if my man is there. Usually walks around wagging his tail. All right. Also feeling numb, out of touch with yourself and how you feel. Fear of sex, poor sexual skills, denial of pleasure is another one. Excessive boundaries, lack of desire, passion, excitement, powerlessness, fear of pleasure, denying yourself from things that make you feel good. Okay, the lack of creativity, feeling sluggish, lazy, or suffering from chronic fatigue disorder actually comes from this particular chakra. Now, a determination to fit in, the lack of energy and motivation, feeling lethargic and depressed. All those things can actually happen to you. Now, here's the good news. The good news. Okay. The good news is there are ways for you to work with this. Okay. Now, we are dealing with certain essential oils. Now, you want the therapeutic or medical grade oils. You don't want regular, oh, it's essential oil. No, it has to be either medical or therapeutic grade. If it's not medical or therapeutic grade, it's not worth using because it has added chemicals. It wasn't distilled the right way. It wasn't harvested the right way, and it can actually cause more harm than good. So try to stick with the medical or therapeutic grade oils. It has to say it, otherwise don't use it. Okay. We're talking about some of the oils. Clary sage, orange, really, really good for that. Neuro oil. Cardamom is another good oil. Patchouli is really good. Patchouli makes me sneeze. Rose makes me sneeze. Sandalwood, love sandalwood. It's also very helps get rid of the negative energy and the negative things going on around you around this time. And any woman that's actually going through menopause, ylang ylang. So yeah, yang ylang is what it's actually called. That's a really good to help balance out the female emotions right now. Okay. Now, some herbs and spices you can actually use with this can actually help heal your imbalances. Okay. So, what we're talking about right now is funnel seed, licorice, cinnamon. I love cinnamon, vanilla, sweet paprika, sesame seeds, and caraway seed are some of the essential herbs that you can actually use. Now, any orange colored food, spice, or herb will work. Any orange color. Okay. Orange color one is what you want to use. Now, as far as particular crystals, particular crystals you can use for this is the orange carnelian, which I had on and I took off, so I don't know, it's around here somewhere. Orange carnelian is a really good one. It's wonderful for the sacral healing. It actually clears and heals the chakra, boosters your intuition, gives you a more accurate gut feelings, energizes you. And I guess a bracelet made with carnelian is something that's good. Why? Because the carnelian flows as you walk down below where this particular chakra is. And that's why it's better off as a bracelet. Golden and yellow citrine. Let's see. This one actually heals the sacral chakra and will help you become more decisive, more creative, and energetic. That's what this one does for this particular chakra. So if you're looking to enhance your creativity, that is something that's good for you too. It actually also will work with the solar plexus chakra. Now, golden and brown tiger's eye works on the three bottom chakras, the root, the sacral, and the solar plexus. All three of the bottom chakras, this particular crystal will work on that. It actually will energize you. It'll rev up your sex drive, balance your emotional, physical, and spiritually. It'll help you feel more flexible. And that's what Tiger's Eye does. Tiger's Eye is also a wonderful gemstone for the root and the solar plexus, as I've stated. I was just reading it. Serpentine. Okay, or what we call garnet over here. It's called something else in other countries, but garnet is a good one. Now, garnet is that, and again, I have a garnet around here, but it's not on my table. Yep, chomping on cinnamon now. Yeah, I love it. I put it in my morning coffee. I take a cinnamon stick and I pour my coffee and I throw the cinnamon stick right in the coffee in the morning. And I get the cinnamon right there, and it's really good. And it's tasty. So it's good in hot chocolate too. So now the garnet is actually wonderful. It's actually going to bring your sexuality, creativity, artistic talents alive. Okay, with vengeance. Not bad vengeance. Good vengeance. Going to bring that alive. Okay. And again, you don't want to use too much of this particular crystal. What happens is it can become overwhelming. So you want to use the garnet in moderation. It's something that you maybe want to get as a sphere and meditate with it and work with it, but nothing that you keep like on your skin at all times. That's something that wouldn't really work. And again, sound therapy, aromatherapy, we've talked about. Now the triangle pose, don't really know that one too well. Meditation. This particular chakra, Tai Chi. Tai Chi is really good for this chakra. I find Tai Chi good for everything. You can get yourself a nice video on tape. That is something that can actually help you out. Now, the affirmations that we're dealing here with, and again, these are some examples. I am creative in all areas of my life, especially if you're blocked in creativity. This is an affirmation that you keep saying. You're telling the universe what you want, and that's something that you want to do. Now, I am open to receive all that life has to offer for those that actually fear, which is good. I forgive my part and embrace all the positive moments in the present. So, what you're doing is forgiving yourself, which a lot of people do have issues with, and moving forward. Now, I have a healthy state of passion and sexual desire in my life. So, what you're doing is you're not going over and you're not saying, oh my God, don't touch me. You're kind of keeping that really good balance, is what you're doing. And that's something that's going to help. Okay, now before we get into the next one, I needed these over here. We are going to do a little bit of bowls. I'm going to take a swig of coffee, and we're going to get into the bowls. Now, remember, two notes we're actually going to be dealing with right now is we are going to be dealing with the sacral, and then I'm going to go right into the solar plexus. First note is D. Second note is E. Oh, I think E is my crystal bowl. God, I love that one. Okay, so we're going to go right in and we're going to play them both at the same time. Now, and again, this is the hand position on your lap for the sacral chakra, and your solar plexus is crossed over, but you want to hold it right around in your stomach where your solar plexus is. And again, that's about 3 to 4 inches above your belly button is where that one's located. So let's see if I can pull up that sound for you guys. And gotta get the right one. Ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha. Okay. Okay, this one is note D is what we're dealing with right now. So close your eyes, breathe in. The color is orange. And I want you to spin it clockwise. Your clock, not my clock, your clock. So close your eyes. Let's balance this out right now. Okay. Now, I think this is one of the first crystal bowls that I have is the E. It's in the closet right now. But I will pull them out when I do sound healing. I like to work with all the bowls at once. I just like the sound of this particular crystal bowl, and eventually I will replace them all, but I have 2 at the moment. Again, we're going to be talking next about your solar plexus. Now, this particular color is yellow. Your element is fire. Okay. Your element is fire with this one. And let's see, the note on this particular one is E is what we have. Now, your seed sound is RAAAM, which is Ram. on this particular one. And again, spin clockwise. Okay. So we're going to get right into the bowl, the next one. And again, I want you to breathe deep, close your eyes, do your hands mantras if you want, or just picture the beautiful yellow color spinning in a clockwise motion. So let's take a listen and do some healing with the next one. Okay. Just some sound healing here. That particular one is my crystal bowl. I love the crystal bowl. Some people prefer the Tibetan. I prefer the energy and the sound of the crystal bowls, but I only have two, which has to do with the solar plexus and the crown right now, because they are a little expensive. Love my dog. He's going to bark in the middle of my show. Otis, cut it out. Now, your solar plexus. Okay, your solar plexus is what we're talking about. And that is the crystal bowl that you just heard. So I don't know how you guys feel about it. The first one was Tibetan. That's the tin. The next one was the crystal bowls. Now, like I said, when I do a sound healing show with all kinds of different sounds, it's a lot of fun. And you just have a lot of different types of sounds healing you out, which is something that's actually going to help. Sorry, my dog is barking. So we'll just deal with that. So what we're talking about right now is the element is actually fire, and you're dealing with wisdom and power. Otis is what you're dealing with. Now, the color is yellow. Otis! And again, the seed sound we've already talked about. Get over here and stop. No, don't. Stop. Symptoms of an unbalanced solar plexus chakra is what we're talking about. Okay, that's what we're talking about right now. It's actually located above the navel, but below the heart. Get over here. Sit, sit, sit. Stop barking at the door. It's called an elevator. Deal with it. So, and that's what we're talking about. It's below your chest and it's above your navel. Okay, it really is above that. Now, this chakra is what holds your self-esteem. This is very important for your self-esteem. It also deals with your power and your individuality. So this one, you guys, you don't want to miss, okay? Even if you have to go back and deal with it, go back and listen to it again. That's awesome. Now, when your solar plexus is balanced, we allow our balanced emotions to create positive life experiences, fully empowered to create the life of our dreams. Okay, we are powerful, full of life, supportive, and actually hold all life with a loving embrace. And everybody wants to feel that way. I don't know about you guys, but I would love to feel that way. I would and I do. I do now. Okay, but I didn't then. I don't know. Maybe it's because I don't know. I like the crystal ball. That's all I can say. Now, symptoms of a blocked solar plexus are different. We're talking about the solar plexus now, which is the third chakra, okay? And again, we're talking about the 7 major chakras altogether. This is number 3. So what we're actually talking about right now is okay, what you're dealing with when things are actually blocked, fundamental role. Okay, imbalances in the third chakra actually cause problems. Some of the symptoms are actually low self-esteem, automatically low self-esteem, inability to set and maintain boundaries. How many times you guys say, yeah, go ahead, yeah, go ahead, yeah, go ahead, yeah, go ahead. And it's after a while, it's like we have to learn the word no. Okay, anybody that has crystals, grab your Q, Sarah. Keep it around you. Learn to say no. It took me a long time to learn to say no, but I've learned to say no. Okay, codependency. It's when you have to lean on others all the time. And again, I'm not talking about working in a business aspect. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about everything in your life. You can't clean your house unless someone's there. You can't do this unless someone's with you. Like you always have to have someone with you all the time. That's a bit of codependency, and that's what that is. We all need that bit of alone time. Lack of self-control, also depression, anxiety, again. So these two chakras, the reason I put them together is because we're dealing with depression, anxiety, and addiction. So anybody that has had issues with any type of addiction, like I said, drugs, alcohol, prescription medication, which is still a drug, cigarettes, coffee. Okay, well, it's cigarettes and coffee and me, but shopping, okay, shopaholic. People have 50 million purses in their closets, okay? Or they can't stop thrift store shopping, but they don't know where to put the stuff that they have already. So, and again, these are all forms of addictions, is what we're talking about, okay? And I'm going to sneeze. Again, I really got to clean that fan. Okay. Now, the solar plexus is also important to your physical health, okay? It is actually close to tied to your digestive health, but a block can actually cause issues with other symptoms as well. Common physical symptoms of a blocked third chakra: ulcers, poor digestion, gas, nausea, okay? Hypoglycemia. It's actually a form of diabetes. Diabetes. Asthma and other respiratory problems come from this particular chakra. Arthritis, organ problems, especially with the liver and the kidneys, nerve pain, fibromyalgia, and difficulties gaining or losing weight. Could be one way or the other. Okay. These all come from this. Now, what happens is your chakra is completely blocked. Okay. So we need to find ways to actually clear it up. And I'm going to get into more ways after we get through this part of the chakra. And again, I'll do the best that I can. Now, an overactive solar plexus, we're going to try to shorten this because we're at 8:40 here. An overactive one, you're dealing with anger issues, excessive stubbornness, desire for control, always have to control everything, totally overactive. Perfectionism, being overly critical, okay? Eating disorders, ulcers, and or again, digestive issues. It seems to be talking about this a lot. The digestive disorders, the chronic fatigue syndrome, hypertension, liver problems, gallbladder problems, blood sugar problems. These are all things that actually stem from this. Let's see. Again, stomach issues, emotional imbalances. Yeah, I repeated myself quite a bit when I wrote this out. Okay. Your inner critic actually comes out, and you have a tendency to criticize absolutely everything when this chakra isn't working the way that it actually should. Now, when this chakra is actually balanced, we feel self respect, we feel self compassion, we also feel control, we feel assertive, but not overly assertive, but we also have that feeling of confidence, is what we actually have. Okay, so let's get into a little bit of, okay, hold on. I have Reiki mixed in with this one too. All right, so let me get into a little bit more of this particular chakra. I want to get into some of the actual crystals that can work with this, okay? We have amber citrine, yellow jasper, fire opal, let's see, golden calcite, topaz, yellow tourmaline, malachite, and yellow sapphire work very, very well with these particular crystals, with this particular chakra. And again, those are stones. Let's see. Let's see. What are we dealing with here? Third eye chakra. Hold on. Root chakra stimulates and opens physical. Okay, here we go. All right. Feed your mind is another way that this is going to help open up your solar plexus. You want to feed your mind, is what you want to do. You want to take a class, read an informative book, do a mind puzzle, spend more time in the sun. Really easy to do. Listen to music that is mentally stimulating, such as like chimes or the sound healing that that we talked about. If you like the chakra bowls, you can work on something as far as the chakra bowls. Yeah, aromatherapy, visualization, foods, color bathing. Again, we've talked about the color bathing last week, is what we actually talked about. Let's see, get into some of this. Okay, so these are things that can actually work. Now, again, I talked about certain ones. Peppermint, do not use peppermint if you're on high blood pressure medication. Very important. Any peppermint whatsoever is going to knock the high blood pressure meds off. So it's going to throw it for a little bit loop. Juniper, ginger, cypress, cedarwood, black pepper. These are ones that are actually very good as well. Let's see, celery, lily of the valley, marshmallow root, okay, mince, ginger, and again, spearmint's okay. Peppermint is not turmeric. Turmeric also has a lot of healing properties within it as well, and it helps keep your immune system strong. Let's see, cinnamon and funnel is another one that's actually good. Like I said, I talked about the amber, and again, any yellow colored herb, food, or spice is something that's going to help you out. Yellow banana. Okay. Color bathing. If you take a bath, color bathing is really easy. You can either drop some crystals in the water that are of the yellow nature, put them around you when you shower, breathe in that color, or you can do the whole chakra set while you're in there. You're steaming in the shower. Make sure you don't have any selenite because it melts in water. Put the chakra crystals, whether it's on a strand or whether you just have the little stones around you, and you want to steam that crystal energy with you and cleanse your chakras at the same time. So what you're doing is you're taking that shower and you're taking that minute to breathe in all of those positive energies is what you have. So that's going to be something that's going to be quite beneficial to you. Lemon quartz is another one. And again, it works to help actually work on your optimism. And it's used to actually cleanse, activate, and balance the third energy center, where we're talking about that third one. And again, tiger's eye. Tiger's eye works on all three. If you do yoga, you want to do the boat pose. Boat pose for yoga. Reiki healing's really good. Anybody that works with also cleansing, Reiki healing works. Crystal healings, let's see, chakra balances, all of that energy type work is something that helps. Meditation is really good for this particular chakra. Pick up a yellow one. And of course, the only thing I have right now is my yellow jade bunny frog here. So you pick up your yellow crystal. That's the closest thing I have. And you want to go into that meditative state. And again, the easiest way to do that in order to learn how to meditate, to practice that meditation, is that breathing. Okay. Just focus on how you breathe. After a while, it's just going to come natural for your mind to be clear and you be able to travel to balance it. Or you can focus on the particular colors of the chakra. There's something to help you out. Sound healing is really good for this one. Some of the affirmations. I fully enjoy everything I do. I value and trust myself fully. Trust is a big one. I am enough. Everything in life I do is enough. Now, I am a powerful, radiant, magnificent being of light. Actually, I'm a little insane, but that's besides the point. Don't you think? So, when you're talking about those particular chakras, that's something that's good. Now, again, Reiki symbols, there is also runes that you can get into. For those that are into the runes, there's particular types of runes that can actually help bring you out. Now, the color yellow, because that's what we're talking about right now, is the color yellow. You can actually wear the color yellow too to help you with this particular chakra. I mean, wearing all the chakra colors, you kind of look like a rainbow. Having a chakra pendant, which, as a matter of fact, I got a couple right here. Having a chakra pendant on gives you that ability to actually stay balanced. So that's something that can actually help you out. having all the crystals with you at all times. Now, I keep seeing a spirit over here too, by the way, and I'm trying not to read. And I keep having this gentleman pop in and out over here, and the dog is even having a fit over it. Now, the healing properties, as far as yellow, actually helps you strengthen your nerves and your mind. It awakens your mental inspiration and actually stimulates higher mentality, which is awesome. Now, it's actually good for the nerves or nervous relations, conditions, energies, and the muscles. A dark yellow actually soothes pain. Now, we're not just talking about the bright yellow. So the dark yellow, very deep yellow, will actually help soothe the pain and can be good for conditions such as your stomach, liver, intestine. It speeds up digestion, helps helps to improve your skin and your acids and the tissues and healing. So having like a yellow face cloth, a deep, nice, deep yellow face cloth, wash your face with that one. Yeah, he keeps seeing these people. So activate actually helps cheer up depression as well. Okay. Let's see. Depressive people brings vitality, progress contact, communication. Its skills is actually cheerfulness, learning, mental clarity, and concentration. I think I'm going to lock him in his room next week because he's had a time. Yet again, yellow topaz, yellow topaz. It actually links and stimulates the solar plexus. Okay. Yellow topaz, amber, citrine, yellow calcite, and heliotrope. Okay. Is what we're talking about right now. So let's get into a couple of other things that we have over in here. I have a few more minutes left. So, and again, chakra balancing tools is something that are quite beneficial to you. Whether you choose a stick, whether you choose a piece of jewelry or something, it's really going to help you out. And again, for those that actually missed it, um, you can check your own chakras. Like, let's see. Today, I'll check my throat chakra. Now, your throat chakra, we haven't gotten into, but it's blocked when there is something you're not saying. Like you want to say something, you keep holding it back, or you're afraid it's not going to come out correctly. So I'm going to ask my pendulum. It's a pendulum, okay, and it has all the chakra stones on it. I made a new chain for it because I didn't like the plain one. So, and I'm going to ask my throat chakra to show me the spin. So this way I can know. And I'm going to look at the camera as I do it, not the camera, but the video. Show me the spin of my throat chakra. Yeah, I don't think I really have issues as far as that. I get a big mouth. What is my dog, though? I'm telling you. And this is what you want to do. Now, say if it, and again, I'm going to spin it off on purpose. Say if it's going back and forth like this, okay? Or it's going, that's overactive. Or if it's just barely moving, then you know that there's something going on. Or if it goes out this way and comes back, and out this way and comes back, you know there's an issue where it can be off balance. Now, I have a couple of neat little tools that we have going on here. So what I want you guys to do right now is I want you to focus on either one of the three chakras that you've already talked about. If you know that you have a bit of imbalance, what I want you to do is I want you to take a listen. Okay. This is a tuning fork. Now, this tuning fork is 528 hertz. 528 hertz is DNA repair. Okay. They make other ones that are really good, and I do want to get the whole entire set in all the hertz. But this particular one in this hertz is something that's really beneficial. So I'm going to hit this 3 times. I just want you to close your eyes, and I want you to absorb the healing energy to where you need it. Okay. Wherever you need it. It doesn't have to say, okay, I want yellow to come through. It doesn't have to be that, oh, I got a stomach ache, call it into your stomach. Okay. Like, oh man, I got a soreness in my back, call it into your back. Okay. And that's all you do as you're doing this at a distance right now. So let's get this going. This is. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Now, this particular one you want to hold directly over the area that's affected. Like, say if I have an issue in my thumb, we'll say my thumb. I'm going to get it going, and I'm going to point it right to my thumb. I can actually feel the vibrational energy of this particular one going deep into the aspect of my thumb. And I really like this. And it wasn't that much. It was right on Amazon is what it was. It's actually quite beneficial to you. All right, let's see if we have any questions in the chat room. I'm going to go over and see what Blog Talk is up to because, yeah, I don't know if I can hear anybody or not. All right, so we got about 7 minutes left. And okay, so what do you guys want to hear on your next show? I mean, we have a few more chakras that we're going to get into, but then I want to get into some other aspects of things. I want to do something special next month for the show before Halloween. I'm thinking maybe some room divination would be fun. Something that would be fun, not scary. And again, rune divination, working with runes isn't something that you do to tell your future. It tells you how to control what's coming or the direction that you need to get into. Now, we can get into a lot of that after, but the runes themselves, words have meaning. Your words actually have meanings. And that's why I've always says positivity. Stay positive. Okay. You need to have that positivity within you and that positivity at all times, even as yourself. Don't criticize yourself at all. Don't criticize yourself at all. So if there's any ideas for shows that you guys do want to see, you let me know. Kind of something up my alley. I can do many different things. I can do candle magic. I can do I could talk a little bit about some rune magic, mythology. I mean, there's many different aspects that I can get into as far as this, but I'm hoping you guys do stick with the energy with the chakras, especially with the flu season coming up. A lot of individuals are worried about the uprise in the COVID. These things that you are working on right now, your chakras and your auras, are actually here to help you, and that's what it is. This is here to help you maintain that balance and get your immune system even stronger, because what you're doing is keeping your energy system strong. And if your energy is depleted, we get sick. If our energy is solid and strong, just like a wall, okay, when we have a solid wall, when the wind blows, it doesn't move. But if we have a crumbly wall with some things are off balance and some are straight up and it's a little curve, that one's going to fall. So what we want to do is we want to keep that one straight, especially with what's coming to us, okay? The flu season and everything else that's happening. And I wish I knew who this gentleman was in my room. Sorry, not a physical gentleman, a ghost. Spirit, whatever. All right. So, and again, having a brain fart right now. Anything that you can do to actually utilize yourself to help balance yourself and your chakras is something that's going to be quite beneficial to you. And again, guys, it's been great. I know I'm more popular on reading nights, but you need to do the work. Tune in Monday, September 26th for Haunted Tales for special guests. Ooh, who's the special guest? Guest host. Who's guest host? Guest host? Guest host? 26? Who's that? Oh my God. I know. Yeah, you want to. What you want to do is you want to go and you want to keep track of what's happening on the Riff Radio Network. The website is actually up right now, and I will be getting a show schedule up. I will be getting a show schedule up for that. But I know that on Mondays normally we have the Haunted Tales. So I'll be guest hosting, and I think the only haunting I'm going to be doing as far as the spirits that are going to be talking to me. So it's kind of my thing. So, and this is something that that you guys want to do is, like I said, I talk about the chakras, and a lot of people don't want to come in. They don't want to do the work. They don't want to listen. They're saying, I'm not getting a reading, so I'm going, I'm not getting a reading, so I'm going. It's not that. You need to maintain that. You need to have that balance within yourself is what you need to have. You need to have that strength, those roots rooted into the ground so deep that when the cold or the flu or something comes around, you're still standing tall. you still have that strength. Okay. That's what we're working on right now. We're working on the inner building blocks. Okay. And don't forget, the wind is a great cleanser for your aura. Sunshine, these are things that are really going to help you out. And you can actually do them to this self. All the information I'm giving you guys, you can do it at home. You can do it yourself. You don't have to worry about hiring a professional, finding somebody to give you a healing, finding somebody. No, I'm telling you how to do it at home. And it's something that actually works. And that's information that I have used and I've utilized for quite a bit of years. Let's see. Oh, oof, oof. We all have that ability to be balanced, and that's what we do. I don't know. Was that me? Because I don't remember what I said. That's the other thing, guys. Don't ask me, hey, do you remember? I don't remember a thing when I do readings. All right, guys. So I think the next show we do have up right now is Howie. Unless we have something going on Saturday. This Saturday, do we have anything going on? Barry, do we have anything on this Saturday? So, but you definitely want to tune into all the Rift Network shows. It's a wonderful group of people, a lot of wonderful, great information. So it's fun. I'm home, and I will continue to go. And I'm going to be doing some pretty outrageous, goofy stuff. So stay tuned, guys. Definitely want to stay tuned. And let's see, anybody that does want to call in, I don't have time right now, but if you normally want to call in, nope, not this Saturday that I know of. Okay, so this Saturday is open. Okay, so the call in again is 323-870-3877 normally, and that's for every host when we are live. But you can go right over to Facebook. The Wix site is, like I said, up and running. That's let's see, go over to Facebook right now. I'll be plopping that link up soon. I just shared it with Howie, so it's gonna be oh, you're welcome, honey. So we're gonna work on again next week, because like I said, I want my Halloween show open. So we're gonna work on the heart and the throat. So those of you that do have, like, and again, I'm not talking again heart issues, guess what? That actually comes from your throat. Some of them actually come from your throat. What you're doing is you're holding back. Heart has a lot to do with your emotions. So these are things. What are we dealing with? Green, the color green, the color blue. Okay. So, and all these things will be able to help you out. And I'm going to probably pull out my chakra set next week for you guys, which I have a complete chakra set in one of these drawers somewhere. Yes, I do. So, and I have a complete chakra set that I do utilize, and I'll be pulling these little stones out to actually show you how to do that as well. Especially if you have the particular crystals, how to put them, how to cleanse them. And that's something we can get into too, to help you out with that. So I want to say peace out. Thank you guys, and good night. Hopefully, let's see. We do good. We do good.